And so to round out my trio of favorite ADC ladies, I present to you Miss Fortune, the Pirate Bounty Hunter. She was also another early pickup I had in ADC, so I've been using her for a long time. She's also a lot of fun, and again, very different. So, to go through her appropriate skills, first we have Strut, which is a fantastically named passive. Essentially, if she's been out of combat, if she hasn't been hit for a while, she runs faster. It's really nice because that means it's essentially she get 395 base without boots, as you can see. So, if you're doing well in lane, you can put off buying boots for a very long time. And you can see she's strutting because she has those little hearts trailing after her. Just to give an example, let me see if I can get hit. Let's see if it go away. See if I get all distracted. Come on, shoot me. Okay, they're not going to shoot me. But, yeah, so it's Strat, so it's useful. Use it. It's fun. Second, you have Double Up. So this is a very weird ability. Insofar, it is a damage ability you click on, but the thing is, it does damage to the first thing you hit, and then it ricochets something behind it. And you don't always necessarily have control over it. But in general, you want to try and... Okay, so if I want to hit Tristana, I want to shoot something right in front of her. So I'll aim for that one, and there it goes. The cool thing is it does extra damage to the thing behind it. So you actually want to always aim, if you have a primary target, you want to go for the thing in front of it, which isn't always possible. So if you have to use it just to click on, click on Tristana, then you can. But as you can see, it doesn't do quite as much damage. Her second ability, Impure Shots, is also kind of weird. So it has a passive, essentially, which gives you extra bonus damage and magic damage, and the more you hit the same thing, the more damage it does, up to 5 stacks. Additionally, as an active, it increases your attack speed. So if you're trying to kill something really fast, for instance her here, you can use it to attack faster. I'm not going to get it there. It's also really useful for attacking towers. It's not so good for minion wave clearing, so I'd save it for champion attacks or trying to quickly ruin a tower. You can also use your Q to wave clear, although it's not ideal. Again, it only does 2 damage, which is one of her weaknesses, not having a great wave clear. You can also see I've put off putting up points into her E. What I actually do is I go QE, QE, QE until I hit an E at 8, or sorry, QW, 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 and I get an E at level 8 because I don't like it that much. Essentially, it makes a ruin of bullets. It does some amount of damage, but it's not a ton. It also has a slow, but it's really small, so it's actually not a great escape, which again is one of her, as you can see, it does minimal damage. You can use it in escape, again, but because it's only 20% slow, you're probably not going to get away from most mainstay champions in this day and age. So that's why I put an endpoint into it late, but some people do QW, QE, and put points into it. And it's not the worst ability of the game, it's just not fantastic. Finally, you have Bullet Time, which is awesome. Essentially, you can see you just fire a ton of bullets in a certain direction for 2 seconds. If you have to, you can use it to clear waves, although again, it's not a great use of the ult. The best situation is for killing people, especially again in a team fight in narrow corridors like in the jungle. It can do a ton of damage because it can hit essentially the entire team and bathe them in bullets. So I'm gonna get a good example of how to use it. Okay. That's probably good. That one mana. Shit.
Has been destroyed.
Let's just on a 6 round. Hopefully I can show off the ult. Okay, here we go. So just turns things down. So she tries to run away, and we bullet time. And that's how bullet time works. So as you can see, it hits everything in the cone. So again, in a team fight, if you ever see a chance you can hit all the team, just fire off your ulti at the beginning of the fight, because you'll do a lot of damage. So your skill order, again, I go max Q first, W second, E definitely last. In certain situations, you actually do want to go E first. So if you're in a lane where you think you're going to be doing a lot more auto attacks than distance poking, go W first, because the passive damage and the attack speed bonus is really awesome. For instance, a lot of times I'll do a Misfortune Blitzcrank lane. If you can do that, it's awesome, because essentially Blitzcrank pulls it in, and you don't need the long distance poke, you have Blitz to pull, and you unload with your W. In terms of abilities to buy, she has a couple weird options. One thing that's a bit less traditional is you can go Black Cleaver first, especially because her ult, each shot counts as an individual hit, so you can actually use that armor shred really quickly, and again in a team fight potentially shred the armor of the entire team for the rest of your team. Otherwise, typical ADC stuff. Bloodthirster, Avidity, Edge, Phantom Dancer, all great. Blade of the Ruin King can be really good too because of her strut. You can, if you manage to avoid getting, if you're chasing somebody, it can potentially make that, if they're running from you, you can catch back up to them, especially if they're focusing on running and not shooting you. Transversely, if you're chasing Misfortune, or Misfortune's chasing you, try and shoot her at least once to keep strut down. So yeah, in lane, try and use double up. Again, try and use it on a minion, like I just did, as much as possible. If you want to use Make It Rain, you can. Again, I think it's only very situationally useful. And anytime you get an engaged firefight, hit that impure shots button and shoot faster. And use your bullet time for follow-up, especially whenever you, if you're in a hallway here, it can be really good. If you're in lane, in the bushes can be great. Anytime you know where they're going to run and they can't get out of your line of fire. So yeah, if you're looking to hunt some pirates or just shoot a lot of bullets at people, Misfortune can be your lady. I hope you enjoy.